Hello, all you beautiful people out there in the world, and welcome back to another riveting episode of the PACRats. It's your boy Ian.
And it's Frankie.
Frankie, how are you doing today? How's life?
I'm doing good today. I've had an okay day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished up an assignment for law school today.
Mm-hmm.
I watched RuPaul, and that made me angry, but we'll get to that.
uh, yes. Of course it did. Of course it did.
This
And
episode infuriated me.
I don't understand why.
I'll tell you why later on.
Should we just get into it?
Yeah, because I have things to talk. I don't think I get mad up until
the end.
The end? Yeah, I get mad at the end.
Alrighty, so yes, this week is another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 1. We are on episode 4, and this episode is called the Mac Viva Glam Challenge.
Otherwise known as the most bullshit challenge that they've had yet.
Just wait till next week.
I don't think I can get as angry as I am.
You might get happy next week.
At this episode.
But anywho, so the episode begins and we see what happened last week. So just a little recap. Last week was Queens of All Media, the Oprah Challenge, as we're going to call it. And in the Oprah Challenge, BB won. And then in the lip sync, Chanel's wig abandoned ship like it was the fucking Titanic and jumped off. But it's okay because Chanel sent Akasha packing.
She did.
She did. And then we see next on this set. So, like I said, they don't do these like next on unless it's like the end of the episode that we would watch. So like in later seasons, we'd watch an episode and then it'd be like next time on.
Yeah.
And they show like nothing.
Good.
And this one shows nothing as well. All we
this
see.
This one showed some big points, I thought.
I disagree.
Because it shows like Jade attacking Rebecca.
I don't think so. Does it?
That's like, I think so. The one where Jade says Rebecca's the fakest bitch.
I mean, yeah. Okay, true.
But like that's a big point to the episode.
Yeah, and Rebecca crying.
Yeah, Rebecca crying.
And then Nina just crowing like a fucking bird.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. But like Rebecca crying and the thing that Jade says is like super big points for the episode, I thought.
Mm-hmm. I guess. Okay, to be honest, it's been a while since I've watched the season, so I guess I kind of forgot about these being big points. So never mind. I retract my statement. I retract what I said. But they, in later seasons, they will get better at not revealing things in the episode. So
good.
Minnie Rue does not spoil the episode for the first time, so I'm very happy about that.
But also, Minnie Rue tells us that we. Okay.
Yes.
Rue says he hopes we all showered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree, but why? Why?
I forget. You know.
Like, what does that mean?
Girl, I don't know. Rue is a 50, almost 60-year-old man. That might be a reference to something that I don't understand.
Yeah, maybe.
So, but hey, Minnie Rue didn't spoil the episode, so we're happy about that. Progress.
That's true.
So the girls walk into the workroom. It's a new week in the competition. And the girls walk in, and all the mirrors are blacked out. And Angina says, there are so many really strong competitors, and there's no mirrors. This is a recipe for disaster. Frankie, what would you do if you saw all the mirrors blacked out? Like, what would you think?
Like, if I walked into, like, a room? Like, what room am I walking into?
I don't know. Just in general. Hypothetically, you did RuPaul's Drag Race, and you walked in, and the workroom mirrors were blacked out.
I'd be fine with it. The less I can look at myself in the mirror, the better.
Well, luckily we have no time to waste on why these mirrors are blacked out, because then we go directly to the video message. They're wasting no time in this episode.
They aren't.
And this video message is, I think, the worst one.
Rue doesn't say anything.
Doesn't say lickety shit.
She just says,
who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are? Over and over again.
And yeah, it's so weird. It's like 84 times, and like I have no idea what it can mean at all. And neither do the girls. The girls are just as confused as we are.
Yeah.
But luckily, Rue comes in and explains it. Well, not really. This is the one time where the video message is like not explained.
It isn't.
Like
it is not explained at all.
It has nothing to do with either the mini challenge or the main challenge, which is weird. Because as like a modern day Drag Race fan, seeing a video message that's not correlating with the episode, it's strange. Even in like the barest sense, there's at least some correlation. This had none. Like none whatsoever.
I don't remember at all even what they said either.
Just who do you think you are?
Except for just who do you think you are?
Yeah, Rue just says who do you think you are over and over again.
Leaving that jar of running around leaving scars.
Maybe that's where Christina Perri got her idea from for that
Maybe.
song. I think we figured it out, you guys.
Who do you think you are?
Copyright.
No, I didn't hit any of the right notes, so it's fine.
You actually did, and I'm very proud of you for that.
Don't lie to me, baby.
I would never lie to you.
All right.
But Rue luckily enters the workroom and says, we're going to have a little therapy session. And the girls get to say exactly how they feel to each other. Well, we don't hear all of them, but we hear a few. Angina says Chanel does not like to hear criticism.
Yeah, she says Chanel needs to listen.
And Chanel is not listening.
We're gonna get to this later.
BB wants to see more from Rebecca. She feels that Rebecca has a wall up, or she's just playing the game. And BB has this thought very much so throughout the entire episode.
Ooh, later on that comes in, and I love it. I'm all about it later on.
It cuts to Rebecca in confessional saying there's no connection between her and the girls.
Yeah,
like
and
she's not friends with any of them.
Rebecca says, I don't talk because all the other girls won't shut up. But like, Nina barely talks.
Right.
Jade barely talks.
Yeah,
so
you can be friends with them.
There's 6 of you here. 2 of them barely talk.
Yeah.
You don't ever talk. BB barely talks.
It's literally just Angina and Chanel.
Yeah, so like, good lord.
Mostly Chanel. Chanel doesn't know how to shut up. Chanel just loves to hear the sound of her voice, and we love that. I love that for her.
Yeah.
Nina wants Jade to trust herself more, and Jade says she's been hurt a lot, and she's very guarded.
Yeah, and that's of the advice that they've given. Nina's the only one who gives actual good constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm. I think BB gave constructive criticism. I think all of them gave constructive criticism. I mean, Chanel just does not take criticism well, and as a person, you have to be able to take criticism.
That's true. I guess. Okay, I guess Angina gave constructive criticism.
You just don't like Angina.
No, that's true. But also, we'll get to my problem with this whole theme, because this becomes a theme.
Uh-huh.
We'll come to it.
Okay.
Later.
BB just doesn't like Rebecca, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
BB is just not having it. She's like, why are you still here? Get out. But we find out that this leads to a mini challenge. And the mini challenge is the girls must do one another. And not like that, you silly, silly little gutter minds. Not Kai Kai, which that means having sex and drag. They must do each other's makeup. So we have BB and Rebecca, which BB is not happy about. Chanel and Angina, which Angina is very happy about. And Nina and Jade, and they're just neutral. They don't care. They only have 30 minutes to do each other's makeup, and they cannot see their own faces until it is over, which is why the mirrors are covered. And they are judged. Here you go. Parameters, Frankie. Judged over how their partner looks.
Yeah, those are the first parameters this show has ever given.
You got parameters, Frankie. They're listening to you.
And Chanel, very excited for the challenge, says no one can do makeup like them.
Yes, Chanel believes she is the best. As she should. I mean, it's competition. You need to believe you're the best.
You have to have some confidence.
BB is very nervous. Rebecca's freaking the fuck out for whatever reason.
Yeah, they hated each other.
Yeah.
Like, they said they were paired off, and like immediately they started fighting.
Yeah. Jade says the only thing that we hear from Jade is that she takes an hour for her makeup.
Yeah. So when they did this, I felt like the first 30 minutes, like the first people putting on makeup, I felt that went super fast.
Yeah.
And then the second part slowed down a little bit.
Oh, see, I thought the opposite. I thought the first was like super fast, and then I mean the first was super slow, and then the second one really quick.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Chanel is literally dying over not having any control. She's like, "What is happening to my face?"
Yeah.
And then the challenge is over, and each girl gets to look at their own face.
And when it's over, Chanel, reasonably so worried because of what happens. But we'll go in order.
Jade says it's different, and that she looks a little pale.
Jade looks like a fucking vampire that works at a garage.
Yeah. Well, Nina is like albino.
Yeah, but Jade isn't.
True. Nina just laughs. Nina's just amused with this whole thing. Nina don't give a fuck. I love her.
But Rue liked it.
Yeah. Chanel says, "Wow, okay," which is telling.
Wait, who are we on? Chanel. Oh yeah. Because Chanel says fucking 2 sets of eyebrows.
Don't you have 2 sets of eyebrows, Frankie?
No.
Oh man, you should get those. I hear it's all the rage with the kids. But even though Chanel may not be pleased with her makeup, Angina loves her makeup. Angina is so happy. Yes, Frankie, you want to say something?
Well, Angina looked good with the makeup.
She did look very, very good. Like, really, really good. You know who else looked really good? Rebecca.
What? Yeah, I thought Rebecca looked good.
Makeup.
Rebecca hated it.
Yeah, Rebecca's shocked. She says, "It's not something I would try." Which makes BB very angry.
And I said, maybe you should.
And then we have BB, who's just shady, giving side-eye, not liking it at all. Ooh.
Rue says it would work to go out.
But BB's like, no way. No.
It didn't look good, to be fair.
No, it did not. You can definitely tell through this challenge who's been doing makeup the longest and who has distinct styles.
That's true.
You know? The mini challenge winner is Jade.
Which was surprising. I thought Chanel did better.
I agree. Chanel should have won, and Chanel knows it.
Chanel was like, I deserve to win, baby. It's all right.
She really did. Like, this is one of 2 areas where I agree that Chanel definitely should have won. Like, she should have won. But, you know. Then we get to the main challenge, and Rue talks about being the first drag queen to head a makeup line with Mac Viva Glam, to be a spokesperson, really. So for this week's challenge, they must do their own screen tests / campaigns for Mac Viva Glam. and it goes, I am a Viva Glam woman because they have 10 minutes to shoot, only 10 minutes to shoot the entire thing for a 30-second ad. But Jade, being the main mini challenge winner, gets 15 minutes.
Which is a huge advantage for something like this.
Oh, correct. Like this
An
is
extra 5 minutes in studio to shoot.
I agree.
Can we?
Yeah.
Sorry, before we go on, can we talk a little bit about Mac Viva Glam?
Yeah, sure.
And like what they do. Well, no, just like the super cool thing that they do.
Oh, I was getting to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they reveal it at the end of explaining the challenge.
Okay.
Because we get President and Mac VP Gordon Espinay. He comes in, and he says that for the challenge, he wants to see their signature look and the desire to do good in the world. And then we get the added bonus that Mac Viva Glam, 100% of the money that goes towards their makeup goes to AIDS funding and research.
Which is super great.
It's amazing, you know? Like, what other makeup company can you think of that does something like that? I can't think of anything.
I don't know most companies' charity stuff, but right. I can't.
So, like, it's all of this is going towards a good cause, and the winner of this challenge gets to be the spokesperson for it.
And that's very good.
Exactly. So, what's up?
They never ever explain though what they're looking for in the screen test.
They want to see their signature look and their desire to do good in the world.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they say. That's very broad. And because that's very broad, I feel that creates problems for the judging, at least in my view.
I can see where you're getting the problem, where you're
and with the end result. Well, okay, it's not even the end result, but like you can't. They didn't give the so I. This is not great for the times.
Okay.
But I used to watch Apprentice.
Yes.
And a lot of
I used to watch Apprentice as well. It's there.
A lot of the old. So a lot of the challenges were they had to do ad campaigns.
Right.
And they would have time with the executives to talk about what the executives wanted to see in the ad, what message they're trying to send through this ad. And this isn't something that they get access to in this episode.
So, a little insider tea. A little insider tea for you, Frankie. So, for these things, they do get explained the challenge, like the way Rue talks about it, and then later on, producers explain the actual parameters of the challenge.
See, then this is also a problem that I will face later down the line that I have
with the show,
with a question about the show.
Okay,
but that is poor writing then on this standpoint, where you should, if you're going to have a challenge,
say all the parameters of the
challenge. All the parameters so the audience as well knows what is happening. Because most people consume television nowadays because we have smartphones, and most people will have their phone or a tablet or a laptop or something else that they're doing while consuming television. Because TV isn't the central point of anyone's life anymore.
Correct.
That if, and even if it was the central focus of a life, that you need to be able to just hear what people are saying and know what's going to happen and what the challenge is going to be.
Mm-hmm. But do you think, because this is what I'm thinking as well, because that was the era of like people watching TV a lot, and even today, like we're still watching TV, we're still seeing a lot of like information through media. Like, don't you think by now we understand what an ad campaign is?
Yes,
Or people of that time as well. I think like
you understand what an ad campaign is, but you don't know what my thing is. You don't understand what the company is looking for. So, like they they all might know what that ad campaign. Like they probably have all seen a Viva Glam ad campaign.
Okay. Yeah.
But as an audience member, maybe you haven't.
Mm.
You don't understand the campaigns that they usually put out, and also, are they trying to branch out in a new direction? Are they looking for something specific? Are they just looking for that simple message of I'm a Viva Glam girl because? Are they just looking for why do you want to help people? Are they looking for a personal touch? Are they looking for a generic ad campaign? Do they have a specific message that they want to get out?
Do we want to put money? Do we want to put money on this that they're just using the girls to figure that out?
Maybe they are, but like in the end, in the judging, and we'll bring it up when we get to that point. But it seems like they have a specific message in mind. But the specific message they're looking for isn't conveyed to anybody. So the person who gets it just hit it by accident.
See,
and,
I think,
and that's not how. I don't think that's how a challenge of this type should work. I think they should all have the knowledge going in. This is what they're looking for.
Yeah.
I know that's what they're looking for, so let me put my twist on it, and whoever hits that better wins the challenge.
I'm blanking, but did they say to mention about the money going to AIDS funding and research? Because I think that's what they were going for.
I think that's heavily implied, but that's fine. But when we get to it, the reason the winner wins is specifically mentioned in the judging. They mention it in the first judgment before they announce any winners.
We'll talk about it when we get to there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So they get the challenge, and Rebecca wants to take off the face that BB gave her. And Nina, being Nina, said, "I thought you said you liked it." And Rebecca snaps the fuck back.
Yeah,
so this is when the girls are starting to get really shady with each other.
But Rebecca says, "I want to take this makeup off," and everyone says, "You're a bitch." Like everyone just turns on Rebecca.
Yeah, I think this is the episode where the girls and the audience were turned on Becky with the glass cock, for sure.
Well, and Nina's like surprised at the attitude that she receives.
Yeah. Would you be surprised? Do you think what Rebecca snapped back was acceptable? Would you be surprised at that?
I don't think Nina deserved that attitude. I don't think Nina did anything especially wrong, so I would have been surprised.
Yeah, I'm on Team Nina with that because Rebecca did say she liked it.
Yeah. I can understand why Rebecca would want to take it off, but the way she asked it.
Yes. Correct. Okay. Well, Rebecca just thinks she's being underestimated by the rest of the girls, and she says she's used to it. Do you think she's being underestimated?
Yeah, because she hasn't done anything.
I mean, where's the lie?
She's never been in the top.
Mm-hmm.
But she hasn't been in the bottom. She's like one of those contestants that you see on a reality show.
Who's just safe.
Who's just like there.
Yeah.
But like no one picks them to win. No one goes, "You're my favorite."
Mm-hmm.
Or "I hate you." They're just there. And like maybe they make it far, but you like this is such a small cast.
Uh-huh.
But like in a larger show, if they were on like MasterChef or something, and there's 20 chefs, they might make it to the top 10, but like the entire way going into the top 10, you would forget they were there.
Yeah. Well,
until they made it in.
Well, Frankie, I'm going to tell you that this issue is going to come up. This is going what you're saying right there is going to happen when we get to even more girls, and then the number of girls increases.
And I'm going to forget about all of them.
I can't wait. Jade knows that she is a Viva Glam girl. Like, she knows it. She knows, like, she's good for this campaign.
And Jade says she's just going to break out of that show.
Yeah, but she's unsure how to fully deliver.
Yep.
Chanel says she's just going to be her. And not Chanel in drag, but Brian. You know, she's just going to be Brian speaking. Do you think that's a good way to go for this challenge?
Yeah, I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, because I didn't know what they wanted, so I thought,
right.
You know what, make a personal connection with it, speak
from the heart, yeah.
Speak out of character,
yeah.
As it were.
I really think that that's what they wanted, was to see the real, like, because so far these past 3 episodes we've seen the girls like be their characters, we've seen how they performed, we've seen everything, but we really haven't gotten to like know them. And I think this was definitely the episode and the challenge to do that.
Yeah.
And Gina is very excited about the challenge and to be in a challenge like this because she never thought she would do this, especially growing up in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Rebecca wants to do makeup with a purpose. You know, she's really keen in on that statement.
Wait, who said that?
Rebecca.
Makeup with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because, like, the company.
Yeah. And Bibi really feels that she has more of a connection to this challenge because she has personally witnessed how AIDS has affected people, especially being from Cameroon.
Yeah.
So we have all these different layers in this challenge.
And Nina's scared of this too.
Yes.
Because she thinks in Spanish first.
Yeah.
And has to translate over.
Exactly. She's very worried about her translation issues. But Jade seems calm. She's really calm because she has extra time. So, do you think this extra time is going to benefit her in the long run?
I thought it would.
You know, it's funny because I feel like a lot of people would think like that extra time would help you.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, extra time only means you have more time to think and more times to question yourself.
We're going to get to Jade's screen test.
Yeah. So
but
let's get into this challenge. So they're filming in front of a white screen for their screen tests. Like I said, they only have 10 minutes to shoot. They can use any props, any furniture, even the pit crew.
Any human beings.
Yeah. The pit crew are props, let's be real.
They're crops.
They're crops, they're corn. Corn confirmed.
That's rude. Don't make people props.
This is the first time that we will mention corn on this podcast about RuPaul's Drag Race.
This will be?
This will be, yes.
Will be the only time, though?
Stay tuned.
Oh, God.
So first up is Nina. And Nina looks great. Signature Nina look. And I think she's, in my opinion, for this challenge, she's really great at modeling and moving around.
See, I don't really have many notes about what they do with this until we see the ad.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of what happened on this shoot, when it gets pared down to the 30-second ad, stuff that I was like, oh, that won't work or that doesn't work, worked well for me at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have much about what they're talking about with the filming.
Okay. Well, I do.
Okay.
I really think Nina brought. What I love about Nina is that no matter what she's doing, it seems like she's having a great time. Like she's just having the time of her life. And I love that, you know?
She probably is.
Yeah, she just brings such an infectious energy to the show, and I'm really happy to still see her in the competition. Then we get to Rebecca. And
okay, I do have things about Rebecca.
Ooh, Rebecca's so nervous and
Rebecca
overthinking.
Says, I'm just thinking, and that's her worst enemy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as she's waiting to go out, she's just thinking and thinking and pacing and pacing.
Also, RuPaul's only funny line of commentary was, "That's why I avoid thinking."
I think we should all be like Rue. Let's
The
all avoid
only
thinking.
the only time I've enjoyed the side commentary from RuPaul.
It's a, it's fine. It's okay, Frankie. I think this is going to be the only season where we'll see that. So,
Yeah.
um, but she wants to keep the pitch very light at first, and she's very just front to the camera, just talking to the camera at first. But unfortunately, she is thinking about her friend, who has been diagnosed with HIV. Which it's very heartbreaking. This would definitely be a very difficult challenge to think about, especially if your friend has it, you know?
Yeah. She lets her emotions get the best of her.
Yeah, she really does.
And
And
then she leaves before time's up, and
she,
also
she
steals RuPaul's water.
yeah, she literally only does, I think, about 4 minutes, and she has like 6 more minutes to fully do other things. But Rebecca's just like, I'm done. I'm done. And then she takes Rue's fucking water.
She just steals it.
She just steals Rue's water and just walks off.
Rue's like, that's my water, and then
and then she's going through it. Like she's really like
and she's really upset.
Yeah.
And then BB is like, I don't buy this shit.
Yeah, BB thinks she's pulling a front. She thinks BB just does not trust Rebecca at all.
Yeah, BB goes, you're being shady right now.
Yeah, BB definitely wants to see that she definitely thinks that she's putting up a front and playing the game and just trying to, you know, get through.
Trying to win.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
I mean, would you like, do you think she's faking it?
I can't tell. And we'll get to that with the commercial.
I can't tell either. Like, I don't want to say she's fully faking it because, again, that would be very heartbreaking just to think about all that, you know?
And I think it's hard, but I want to talk about this once the big reveal of the episode happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that puts things in perspective for some stuff.
Correct.
And want to talk about it.
Yes. Okay. I see where you're going. All right, we'll get to it. Jade, she's very nervous, but she's trying to push through. Unfortunately, she messes up a lot when it comes to her dialogue.
Yeah, she does. It's normal stuff though. It's not like anything major.
Yeah, no.
It's normal stuff that would happen if you were like just talking off the cuff
and
haven't had a chance to like rehearse, practice.
Yeah. But she also was like the third person. So she had like at least 20 minutes to actually like really think about it, you know?
Yeah, but she also had to like do her look and
True.
Get ready and come up with a concept, and you don't know what the set looks like.
Yeah, that is very
until
true.
You walk in, so that kind of like you really don't have time to, like, you can plan what you want to say,
but not what you want to do.
But not what you want to do because you don't know what you have access to.
Although she's working that whip very well.
Oh yeah, she does have a whip.
She knows what to do with that. Although when I think of, HIV, I don't think of whips.
No.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. Next up we have BB, who looks so good. An African goddess, very regal, very royal. She speaks of her culture, her home.
Yeah, she's dressed in a traditional Cameroonian garb.
Yes.
For celebration.
Yeah, she looks gorgeous. And what's great is that she's definitely somebody who prepared, because she did all of her material in just 3 minutes. No, and we didn't see any of messing up.
And she left with like still time on the clock. Like, she did everything.
She literally just did 7 minutes of posing.
Yeah.
Posing and just letting the camera take up that gorgeous face for, she's just, I love BB.
Mhm.
Next up, we have Angina, and she's full of positive energy. She's ready. She's prepared. She's ready to go. She knows what she wants.
I realized one of the things I don't like about Angina,
Mm-hmm.
the stupid fucking mini hats. Get rid of those things.
Do you
They're
just want her to be bald?
dumb. I would prefer it.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I
Okay.
don't like the baldness that much either,
Mm-hmm.
because everyone else puts so much work, I feel, into the wig. Like,
Well.
especially Nina. Nina put so much work into that hair,
Mm-hmm.
but then she comes out with a stupid little fucking party hat on. Like she's at a 4-year-old's birthday party.
Well, spoiler alert, Frankie. She is not going to be the only bald queen to appear on this show. So.
I'm fine with that if they put more work on their makeup too, but Angina doesn't put work in on the makeup or the hair.
Okay, then you'll be fine with the other bald queens.
Like maybe I won't like the makeup, but like because I didn't like Nina's makeup when Nina came in,
Mm-hmm.
but at least I respected the effort
Yeah.
that was put in. Angina's not putting in effort on the hair or the makeup, I feel.
But, yeah, I mean, Angina's just not that kind of queen to do all that, you know?
That's fine, but like in this kind of competition, and you're competing against others who are doing that and putting in that effort,
Hmm.
I feel it's kind of just like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
Hmm. Well, getting back to her campaign, she's like I said, she knows what she wants. She's a queen in charge, and she's using it to celebrate life. And she
Yeah.
says you can't let it control your life, which I think is very poignant.
It is. It's a
Yeah,
good message.
exactly. I mean, harking to a lot of really bad things that are happening in our world right now, especially in our area. There's been a lot of really fucked up shit happening in the Pittsburgh area lately. And you can't let like these bad things control your life, you know? You got to keep going. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to be
I,
poignant.
I really don't have much else to say because most of the stuff I want to say about everything comes at the end. So.
But Chanel. Let's talk about Chanel. Chanel did a lot of talking. Chanel thought it was 10 minutes of just straight up talking.
And again, they were okay. That's that what okay. Chanel's was like boring
Mm-hmm.
when they showed the filming. It looked like a history documentary was going on. But again, they never explained that modeling was going to occur. They just said you're filming an ad. And then RuPaul goes, "Well, you were supposed to model." Well, when was that said?
I mean, when you think of ad, they're not 10 minutes long. You know they're gonna cut things.
No, I know that, but like I thought when I heard the challenge, I thought it was gonna be like, all right, you strategize a little bit, you got 10 minutes, you just film shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put it in,
Yeah.
and that could include modeling, but I didn't know modeling was a requirement of it because there's a bunch of ads on TV where no one's modeling shit.
Yeah.
Even for makeup, there's people just talking at you. I don't even know it's a makeup ad until the end.
Right.
They're like, maybe it's Maybelline. I'm like, oh my god, is this a Maybelline ad? What's happening?
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's clinical depression. Yeah, Chanel is just very confused about this challenge. And it could be because she didn't understand the parameters of this challenge, for sure.
I need parameters.
But also, again, like, also with her who's had so much experience, and especially living in Vegas, you see ads every single day. You know that they are 30 seconds. You know they're not going to be just 10 minutes of you talking about your friend Patricia and
Yeah,
a
but you
certain
can
tube of lipstick.
keep talking and then like add stuff and cut stuff, like cut out the meaningless stuff.
But 10
Keep
minutes
the
of
poignant
talking?
stuff.
10 minutes straight of talking.
That's fine if you're gonna cut. within that 10 minutes of talking, because what my idea was always, and I thought Chanel was, I didn't like it from the filming because it's 10 minutes straight of talking.
Mm-hmm.
But from a perspective of you film as much shit and say as much shit as you can,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can find 30 seconds of gold within that.
True. But it just seemed like seemed like there wasn't 30 seconds of gold.
It did seem that way, but we'll get to that ad when it happens.
But Chanel feels that she is going to be going home.
Yeah, and I think that's a very big step for Chanel
Mm-hmm.
to admit that she did not do good at something.
This is the growth that we wanted to see from you, Chanel. Here is the growth.
I didn't really need that growth, but apparently RuPaul did.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The judges don't see this until this airs. So the judges aren't seeing this yet.
Yeah,
at all.
Oh, we're going to get to that.
Elimination Day, is here. And Chanel thinks she's going home. Rebecca's Rebecca thinks she's definitely going to be in the bottom. But she's going to take a risk with her makeup to see if it'll, help her. Pay off. Help her, boost her chances,
And maybe it will.
Because all throughout this competition, she's just been called pretty.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any...
Now she's trying to be ugly.
She's trying to be edgy. Put, a fucking witch nose on. There, be edgy. Do it. Do it, Rebecca. I dare you. I fucking dare you, bitch. Then we get to the main stage. They are wasting no time in this episode.
Really not. I'm all about it.
Rue is in a beautiful purple fringe gown, looking so good. And then we see our judges. We have regulars Santino Rice from Project Runway and Merle Ginsburg, fashion writer.
And we got someone
I really don't know what Merle does. I really don't.
They say it every episode and I don't listen.
We also have, again, Mac VP, Gordon Espinosa.
And we got Jenny Shimizu.
Yeah, model and actress Jenny Shimizu.
She's Asian.
She is Asian. Frankie, how do you feel about this?
Great. I feel great about that.
Asian representation.
Yeah, she's the best guest judge, by the way.
I do like her. I do like her a lot. I think Deborah Wilson was the best guest judge.
I don't remember who Deborah Wilson is.
She was the Oprah impersonator from last episode.
Oh, the one from Mad TV. She was good. She was okay.
She was so good. Then we get to the runway. So there's no official title for this runway, but many of the girls have said that this is a black and white runway, which is why they're all wearing black and white, if you notice.
I didn't notice that, actually.
Yeah, they're all wearing black and white, and this is going to be one of 3 black and white runways we are going to see in Drag Race history.
Stupid.
So, we have Jade coming out in a dominatrix look with ruby red lipstick, and she's called Lady Matrix.
Yeah, it was like a Matrix goth vibe going on.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It was really cool. BB comes out in a white catsuit dripping in jewels with a big black hat.
It was good.
I love this look. She looks so glamorous and edgy, and I love it. And then when she takes off that hat and she has that jewel thing over her wig,
it was a good look.
It was so good. Rebecca is in a jail block dress, looking like the 7th member of Kiss.
I put she looks like a Kiss groupie.
She really does. She apparently worked on her runway walk. I can't tell.
She just walked, right? She just walked and gave the Let's Rock sign.
Yeah.
A couple of times. I was like, I guess that's personality.
That's
I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. Fun fact, the dress that she is wearing is the same dress that she used in her promo look for season 1. So she is an outfit repeater.
I don't know what that means by that.
So, I can teach you what promo looks are. So before the season airs, the cast is revealed and they have promo photos. And each promo, as the seasons go by, each promo is themed. So next season it's all black. And the season after that it's black, gray, and stuff. And then seasons after that it's robots, it's goddesses, 50s, color blocking, neon, stuff like that. So Rebecca is wearing the same dress that she wore in the promo photo that basically introduced her to the world.
That's fine.
It's fine, but
She bought it or made it. Wear it more than once. I don't understand this fashion shit of you can only wear something once. You spent good ass fucking money on it, or you spent good ass time making it.
that dress does not look like she spent money on it. She bought
Wear
that
it.
for $5.
I don't care. Get your $5 worth.
Next up, we have Angina in a big black fluffy poof dress with a white blazer and gold shoes.
Wearing another stupid hat or head thing, first of all. Moving like an idiot, and I figured out what it is. She moves like a malfunctioning robot.
Yeah?
Like, she does that weird little fucking shake with her limbs all the time. It's either the Tin Man
What
who
was
just...
that? I lost you.
She does this thing where she moves, where she's shaking her limbs about all the fucking time.
I did not hear anything that you just said.
Are you serious? You can't hear me?
I didn't hear you for the entire thing. That I lost you after she's moving like a robot.
Yeah, she's moving like a robot. She moves like she's like shaking her fucking limbs around. In unnatural ways. She looks like the fucking Tin Man who just got oil put on.
And what's wrong with that?
Move like a human being. They get on everyone else for like moving weirdly down the runway, but they're like, "Oh, we're fine with this. We're fine with the fucking
fashion
we're fine
walk.
with Mr. Roboto fucking."
It's a fashion walk.
It's a fucking dumb walk.
It's literally how Naomi Campbell walked.
All right, then Naomi Campbell walked dumb too. I ain't gonna fucking.
Naomi Campbell will throw her cell phone at your face, sir.
She can go ahead. I'll catch that cell phone, baby. Sell it. Money for that. It's probably a nice touch screen. A nice iPhone. I'll make some money on that phone, babies.
Making money moves like Cardi B.
I'll make money moves, yeah.
Next up, we have Nina Flowers, looking like a raven, looking like the
Nina
raven
looked
that.
Good.
I love this look. And Nina doesn't give a fuck what the judges think about her. She's just like, I don't care. I look great. She almost falls, but she keeps it together so well.
Oh, did she? I didn't notice.
Yeah, she almost like tripped on the edge of the stage. But she's good. She's not like Akasha and falling.
No.
Tippy tumbles. And then finally, my favorite, Chanel.
This bitch comes out.
So she's in a black bathing suit, which is okay, and all that. And then this bitch juggles down the runway.
Comes out motherfucking juggling. Yes.
This is everything. This is the best.
Once again, showing ass.
Of course, it's not a Chanel look. If it's not Chanel, if you don't see her ass,
showing ass and juggling.
And
I'm all about it.
And she says if she's gonna go out, she's gonna go out with a bang.
Go out fighting.
Yeah, exactly. She wants to be there. So then we get you judging, and I cannot wait to hear your response to this judging, Frankie. So this is when we find out that the challenge winner will be a Viva Glam spokesperson. So that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Jade comes forward, and Rue notices that she was pulling at her, crotch area. Jade wanted to look presentable, but Rue's like, yeah, there's no way. Basically implying that Jade has a big dick.
Rue goes, you have a big dick?
Yeah, basically.
I'm like, all right.
And you're
Didn't know that, but now I do.
Now you do. Now you know that Jade has a big, big dick. Nothing wrong with that, hey. Jade is very timid on the runway, and the judges are not so sure about the campaign.
Okay. I like that screen test.
I didn't mind it.
To be honest.
If that
was a commercial that aired. Mm-hmm. I don't watch commercials.
Mm-hmm.
If that was a commercial that aired, I'd pay attention to it.
Really?
Yeah. It was better than some of the other ones.
See, I feel like hers was safe.
I thought it was.
It was something that, I would have on in the background, but I wouldn't change because I'd feel too lazy to change it.
See, I thought it was good. I thought it was a solid ad. But But ads need to kind of be safe because you're trying to play to a common denominator.
Mm. I want to be excited by an ad. You know, give me like a JG Wentworth 877 cash now. I want those kinds of ads.
That's true, but then
Or a nice
that
head-on
JG
applied directly to the forehead. Ooh, do you remember those?
I do remember those. I hated those commercials.
I did too, but I loved it at the same
But
time.
those JG Wentworth commercials, remember, after that first successful one, they all were the same.
Yeah.
They were all singing things.
But like, they're good because they're memorable. And
but they progressively got worse.
Passe. They're not passe to me.
They progressively got worse.
Like,
I thought.
I would rather have a memorable, like, commercial. Like, do you know that commercial where it's like the young, like, teenage girl goes to her mom and it's like, Mom, do you ever feel not right down there? And then the mom's like, sure, that's why I douche. I would rather have something like that where it's memorable than something where it's like a
I don't remember that commercial ever.
It's such a good commercial.
So thanks for bringing that to my attention.
You're welcome. But yeah, I'd rather see like memorable commercials than something that I
thought Jade was good. I thought it was a solid commercial.
I didn't hate it, but I'm just like, eh. The judges are seeing less of a star, and she needs to step up. Do you agree? Do you think Jade's fading in the background?
No. I honestly didn't.
I don't think she did in this episode.
Because everything Jade did to me was memorable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next up, we have Rebecca. And Santino does not like the outfit.
No, Santino
Rebecca
says she looks like a raccoon.
Yep. And the other girls laugh at that.
Which is a funny line, but it's going to add to the point of something I have against Santino as a judge.
I'm going to tell you now, Santino is not a good judge of this show.
He's not, but I don't think any one of them are really good judges. To be fair, Santino is just the worst example of the problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Rebecca is told to seize every moment since she walked out.
Yes.
I don't think she should have walked out.
No, she shouldn't have walked out.
You know, because I'm going to bring in my acting thing. If I walked out anytime someone was being a bitch to me in rehearsals, you know.
And
I would be called difficult, or I would, you know.
After seeing her screen test,
mm-hmm.
Also, this is why I kind of sided with BB on the whole, like, suspicion of the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
In that, if you're emotional, that kind of, like, stutters your words. And it did a bit, like, I guess, in that clip they show of her filming it.
Mm-hmm.
But quite honestly, none of that emotion showed on that screen test. And it was just a person talking to me in a monotone, boring voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't feel emotion. And if you have that much emotion on the surface that you physically couldn't go on doing this ad campaign,
I see.
Why is that not shown at all in the actual ad?
See, it wasn't that moment that got me that I'm like, BB might be right. It's later, and you'll understand later.
Okay.
Angina is next, and she's compared to Naomi Campbell with her walk.
Yeah, they're both bad. Both need to learn to walk. Take a movement class. I know a good professor.
He unfortunately does not teach there anymore.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's not who you're thinking of?
I wasn't thinking. I was thinking more stage movement.
Oh, yes. Okay, I agree. She's still there. We love her.
Yeah, we both know a good professor who can help out.
Shout out to Denise Poland. The judges absolutely love her campaign.
I did not like the campaign.
I really liked it because it was very upbeat, very positive, and she's definitely looking towards the brighter side of life.
That's fair, and that's all good.
Which to me what the challenge was supposed to be about. That's how I would interpret the challenge.
That was never stated to anybody, by the way.
Right, but that's how I would interpret it.
Yes, but so this leads into one of the problems.
Mm-hmm.
In that the Gordon, the Mac president,
mm-hmm.
Big Daddy Mac, comes in and says, "That's the message we're trying to send.
Mm-hmm.
Life positivity."
Yeah.
Angina just stumbled into that.
Right.
If you're trying to get an ad campaign, don't you want to see 6 ad campaigns that are sending that message to you, but with different twists on it? So that you can see which is the best personal twist. And maybe Angina's would have been the best personal twist of it.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, you don't get to know that because only one of them did it and they stumbled into it. And I don't think Angina's would have been the best personal twist.
Do you think Angina actually stumbled into it, though?
I do think Angina actually stumbled into it because none of the other people had. One other person had kind of something like that. I would say BB, because BB was wearing the ceremonial garb, not ceremonial garb, but the traditional garb that is representative of celebration in her culture.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing else in that ad said celebration of life.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing in anyone else's ad said celebration of life.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me think that none of the others knew it, and Angina just would said, "This is the ad I want to do." And to me, it was a very positive ad, but it was kind of generic. It was a generic, "Oh, don't let HIV control your life. Live positive."
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of a generic take on that message with party balloons and stuff. And I know they had limited resources, but
right.
nothing that was said was profound. The message is good, but nothing that was said or the way the message was expressed was anything special.
Mm-hmm. I see what you mean. I really do. I don't know. Well, I guess
if that's what the ad executive is looking for, I'm going to spoil this episode, but they're listening to it, so they should be aware we're going to talk about everything.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what the ad executive was looking for, and Angina is the only one who did something like that, then fair fucks on getting the win.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that everyone else knew that, so if you stumble into that and not everyone else is given that same information, does that make that the best ad because you happen to stumble into what the ad executive wanted?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think that was the best ad that was done.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we'll get to it when the person's ad comes up. I'll talk about who I thought was the best ad.
I have a feeling.
Okay.
It's BB, right?
It is. I thought BB's ad was amazing. BB's ad had the emotion that I think a lot of them were going for, combined with just a really good look. And maybe it was more serious of a tone than the Viva Mac people were looking for. But I thought it worked extremely well. And everything came together into this really tight put together ad.
Yeah.
That you could build a campaign around, I thought. And you could build a campaign, I guess, around Anginas. I would want it to be less generic.
Right. I see what you mean. We'll get to that. I know we keep saying we'll get to that, but there's a big thing.
There's a big reveal at the end that kind of throws things around, but it also doesn't affect how I feel about it. Because I can't let it affect how I feel about it because the judges didn't know before they made their decision.
Correct.
So it doesn't affect their judgment at all. So I don't want to let it affect my judgment. So I'm looking at it as if I am a judge.
Okay. Next up is Chanel. And Santino, this is another moment where this is a moment where Santino is wrong. We're gonna start a counter. I'm starting a counter right now, called Santino is wrong.
So this is number 2 on the episode?
Yes.
Well, or number 1?
Yes, this is number 1.
This is number 1.
Santino is wrong because he says Chanel's juggling was a little much.
No, Chanel's juggling was perfect. She was a good juggler.
Spoiler, I think Chanel's juggling is what's saving her.
Yeah, Chanel gets saved.
Hands down. I don't think...
The circus... The comment he makes is that she was circusy. And I want to get to that, because then they make a deeper comment later on.
Mm-hmm.
That I have a problem with, and it's another problem that I have with the way they are judging Chanel specifically, but to a greater extent, the way they're judging everybody on the show.
Okay. They say her campaign was not glamorous.
I didn't like what I saw when it was filmed.
Correct.
But the 30-second campaign that they showed, I thought it worked well.
I think they did her justice. I think
whoever edited that commercial did a fucking great job.
10 minutes of talking about her friend Patricia and her favorite tube of lipstick.
Because they got it down into like a tight 30 seconds of like, oh, I know what this ad is about.
Yeah. Rue says it could have been better. They're expecting more from Chanel.
Yeah, it probably could have been better, but like...
Chanel just didn't get it.
And again, Rue says it could have been better, and that's going to also lead into my problem with overall judging.
Next up is Nina. And this is Santino is Wrong Part 2.
Oh, the arms?
Because they say none of the judges like Nina's outfit.
They all say she looks like a man, and that you can see her arms, and the arms make her look like a man.
And
but
her
I don't.
Chest.
The chest. I could see a little bit because it was like kind of a flat. It wasn't just like girls can have small boobs. Fine.
Yeah, some girls can have no boobs.
Yeah, but it was more of like pectoral muscle definition that you only see on a guy.
Girls can have pecs too.
They develop differently.
Yeah, but we know that these are men. We know that these are men. We do know,
but like they're trying to be women. Or look like women.
Drag
at the very least.
Drag doesn't have to be looking like a woman.
But the way that they're judging it, it seems like they want that.
Which, this is very much a definite 2008, 2009 sentiment on drag.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think Santino is wrong. Again, this is number 2.
I think Santino's wrong, too. Because, also, they mentioned the arms, and I'm fine with the arms. A lot of girls have sleeves.
Yeah, and a lot of girls have muscles.
Yeah, so, like, what the fuck? Who cares? Also, Nina doesn't have them. Nina's not that incredibly muscular arm-wise.
No.
So it's not like she's coming out here looking like fucking John Cena with his 24-inch muscles.
Right, that's like saying I have muscles. Nina and I have the same muscles.
Basically, and you have muscles, but like to look at you if you aren't flexing at all, it doesn't seem like you're overly muscular. So like I don't know what the problem is.
Right. But then bitch acts like a bird, caws like a crow, and then the judges are like, "Oh, we love it now."
Yeah, I don't understand what's happening.
I love this look. I think Nina cannot, whatever Nina wears, I love. I think she's great. The judges also really liked her campaign with her unique glamour.
I thought her campaign was good, especially considering
her language barrier.
English isn't their first language.
Yeah, there were some slip-ups, but
I don't think there were many slip-ups in like the talking. It was just kind of like slow because you can tell she's translating in her mind what she needs to say, but like it was fine. Yeah,
it was great. I think she did good. You know? And then finally we have BB. Oh, BB. Love BB. Everybody is speechless over BB and her look.
Loved BB. Everything BB did was great to me.
Jenny says if it was the 90s, she would do coke with you if it was the 90s. which
Phenomenal line.
I'm getting that tattooed on me tomorrow.
I'll do cocaine with you in the
If it were
90s.
the BB's campaign is called Powerful, and they like that she's not like it's not like she's talking down to people. She's informing people.
I thought it was a very good campaign.
I agree. I really like.
And I honestly thought she should have won.
We'll get to that.
I thought it was a phenomenal ad.
Hmm. Then we get to deliberations. For Rebecca, they say Rebecca was lost. She's not glamorous. She's not high energy, and she's just not selling it.
Yeah. I didn't hear any of deliberation, so I have nothing to say here. I don't know what happened. I just wasn't listening, and then I came back and they were already done.
Well, here I'm gonna recap for you. For them, on Gina, they said she was their favorite screen test, and that she could represent Viva Glam. She's quick, and she always has the right answers.
I didn't think the screen test was anything to write home about, but
For Chanel, they applaud her showmanship, but Rue says she needs to do more listening and less talking.
we'll get to why I'm mad about that.
Everybody hated Nina's outfit, but loved her campaign. That's all they said
And
about that.
I like Nina's outfit. It was good.
I agree. I love Nina's outfit as well. Rue just can't stop talking about Jade's dick.
Yeah, I know. Rue
A lot of
wants to
snakes
fuck
on this.
Jade.
A lot of snakes on this motherfucking plane is what she says.
Rue wants to get fucked by Jade's dick.
You know, same. I mean, Jade's a very hot guy.
Apparently it's big, too.
Apparently, Jade can't own a room and just looks mediocre. And then finally,
I think Jade can own a room.
I do too. I agree. I think Jade is one of those queens because there's queens that do Drag Race who might not be good for Drag Race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just aren't good for competitions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jade is that. I think seeing Jade perform in a club setting and doing that, I think she would be
amazing.
Oh God, yeah. And we do kind of see that. But I just think she's just not a competitive person.
Maybe. Yeah, that might be a problem.
Yeah. And then for BB, they think she has an incredible present. They like her screen test, and they feel she spoke from the heart.
And
So from this, we can tell that it's going to be either BB or Angina. Hands down.
And I thought it was going to be BB.
So we get to who wins.
And
Nina is announced safe. Nina is first announced safe.
Yeah.
Then BB is announced safe.
And they say BB didn't need the immunity, but she had it. And but I thought they were going to say, and you got it again. And then they didn't. And I was like, who won? Because I didn't hear the Nina announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I lost like 20 minutes of the episode. I don't know what was happening.
You're good. The winner of this week's challenge is Angina.
Ooh. I feel bad booing a little bit, but I don't think Angina
you should.
I shouldn't feel bad though, because I'm judging based on what my notes were originally.
I know. Angina is very emotional, and she cries and falls to the floor. And this is probably the moment where Drag Race really, I think, took off, really, because, you know, before then we'd seen like, oh, it's a silly competition, it's a silly, you know, drag queens fierce, yes. Angina reveals that she has been living with HIV for 2 years, and that this win means so much to her. And I think this was the moment where Drag Race really became about, oh, this is to show that these queens are people.
Yeah.
And we got the judges are crying, Angina's crying, I'm crying.
Now this is a moment too where I think the second moment where I was like, Rebecca, you overplayed your fucking hand.
Mm-hmm.
Because did you see Angina who's living with HIV,
Mm-hmm.
did this entire campaign and made it through.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't. And
Yeah.
yeah, I guess people deal with things differently. But
But
also,
also you have BB, who is
yeah,
witness people
who
of
lives in
her.
Africa, and it's very much worse.
Oh, for sure. So you have two queens who have experienced it in such a worse way, and then you have Rebecca. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a competition of whose life has it worse, but like, you know, and also to me, this is. I don't think that Angina stumbled into it.
No. I'm Angina. Angina probably does have this idea of I have HIV,
Mm-hmm.
but I live positively.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she stumbled into this idea that that's what the ad executive wanted.
Mm.
Because they weren't told what the ad executive wanted. So that's how Angina lives her life,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. But no, but like what I meant by stumbled into it is they weren't told that that's what the ad campaign should focus on, or like that's the message that they want to send.
Mm-hmm.
So Angina just doing her thing
Mm-hmm.
stumbled into what the ad campaign is supposed to be about.
Mm-hmm. But would you also say that for BB as well? I mean, BB didn't know.
No, because BB.
I got you, didn't I?
No, because I don't think BB's was much because Angina's was more over the top celebration.
Mm-hmm.
BB's was more of like an emotional human interest piece.
Mm. I also think BB's was also. I think BB's was a celebration as well. It was a celebration of her culture, definitely.
Yes, but not like there's a very different kind of celebration than what I think the ad campaign was looking for, was saying like, listen, people get HIV and we're looking for a cure, but we don't have it yet. But if you do have HIV, don't let that control your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I
But
think that is,
yeah.
I think that's what they were looking for,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't say that's what they were looking for. And BB and Angina just did that because that's who she is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
My
I
major problem with the episode's coming later, so or in a little bit, but like that's what I think. I don't think it's.
I don't I don't disagree with you. I really don't. I just don't think she. I don't know, because like thinking about ad campaigns, and especially for makeup, like
Yeah,
BB's was so good. Like BB's was really
BB's was
good,
really good.
but also like BB's ad could also have been something great for something. I didn't get makeup from BB's.
Well, I didn't get makeup from Angina's either.
I got more on makeup from Angina's.
But I think that as a company, you're a makeup company. There's a lot of makeup out there. So
Mm-hmm.
what makes you stand out as a makeup company?
Mm-hmm.
Their sticking point is the charity work that they do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think BB's is much more of a celebration of that,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I thought it was a better ad campaign overall. But
Ah, okay.
if that's not what they were looking for, if they were looking for, hey, let's celebrate life, then yeah, Angina's is better compared to the other ads
Mm-hmm.
that were made. But BB's is a better ad campaign if we're just given the information of look, we need you to be a Viva Glam girl, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And we donate all of our proceeds to HIV research.
Yeah. I think this is definitely product versus charity, if that makes sense. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think either one could have been good, and I think they just went more with the product one than the charity one.
Okay.
I think ultimately that's what they went for. Not to diminish Angina's win and to diminish her, you know.
No, but her saying she has HIV is fine, but like that didn't play into any of the judgment because
No, it did not.
it was she revealed that after the judgment had been carried out.
But I'm also saying it definitely.
Well, it helps in retrospect.
Yeah.
But
well, not helps, but
well, it helps the company.
I just think it. I think Angina. I think the reason why Angina and BB did well in this challenge, and where Rebecca could have done, and not saying that she's faking it, but
I am.
Where I think because Angina and BB have the experience.
I'll come out with my controversial season 1 RuPaul opinions.
I think because Angina and BB have that experience and have it, I think they were definitely able to key in on what took their ads over and why they did better, you know?
Yeah.
And I think if Rebecca was able to use her experience, she would have done better.
If she has an experience.
Exactly. So that, yeah.
All right. I think we've talked about this result enough.
Yeah.
The winning result.
Yes.
I have a bigger problem with the entirety of the episode.
RuPaul says we are all family. Be joyous so we can all be joyous. And we have our bottom three. We have Chanel, Rebecca, and Jade.
Yes.
Rebecca is told she will be in the bottom.
Immediately.
Like, they're like, Rebecca, no. Bye. Get in the bottom. You're lip syncing. And Chanel is declared safe. And RuPaul says Chanel could win if she stays open to criticism. Is that what you had a problem with?
This is what I have a problem with. All right. I agree with Ru that you should be open to criticism.
I agree as well.
But you should be open to constructive criticism. And here's what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be an editing problem. I think at a larger part, it's a judging problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that the judges as a whole are bad.
Okay.
All of them. The guest judges, the permanent judges, and Ru.
Okay.
Because to absorb criticism and use it to build yourself up, it needs to be as the mini challenge at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they got into it is it needs to be constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Just criticizing someone does no good.
Mm-hmm.
And the criticism that people got on this episode is Santino saying Rebecca looks like a raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you do with that?
You adjust your makeup so you don't look like a raccoon. You don't do that smudgy eye makeup anymore.
That's not constructive.
Mm-hmm.
But they also don't, like you said earlier on. I don't know if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
I
probably don't.
Ru gave a judgment of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what it was that you said? You have it written down, I assume.
Which girl was it?
I don't remember which girl. It wasn't
Chanel.
It wasn't Chanel.
Okay.
Ru said something that you said, and I don't remember what it is.
I might not.
Maybe it's Rebecca.
It might be Rebecca.
Can you
Told
look
to
at?
seize, not glamorous, not high energy. Told to seize every moment.
No, it wasn't Rebecca.
Was it Jade?
Maybe. Will you look at Jade?
Seeing less of a star, needs to step up. Not glamorous, not high energy, not selling it.
Oh, maybe it wasn't Jade. I don't remember who it
Is
was.
it Nina?
Yeah, look at Nina. Nina's judgment.
Man chest, man arms.
It was
Hated
something
outfit.
that RuPaul said specifically.
Okay.
But I don't remember who it was. Because you said Ru said this, but I don't remember. Santino says about what?
Keep going. I might remember if you keep going.
And then Santino says about Chanel, you're circusy. And
You're too costumy.
No, he says circus.
Mm-hmm.
He specifically calls her circusy.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you get from that? That is criticism, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you take from that criticism to build? For constructive criticism to work, you need to give them something that they can, tangible stuff that they can go off of and do.
Mm-hmm.
The high energy stuff, that's good criticism.
Right.
But you look like a raccoon is a witty line.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't work as good judging. And I don't know if the judges are giving good judgment and it's just edited out in favor of the witty lines, which might be the case.
It probably is.
But I think in general, and specifically for Santino, he doesn't have good judging to give.
Right.
And he just has witty lines to give them.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree that Chanel should take criticism and be open to criticism.
Mm-hmm.
But there needs to be good criticism to be open to.
Right.
To evolve.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's because these deliberations and these judgings go on for hours.
Yes.
I'm wondering if it's just because it's an edited show that has to be edited to an hour.
And maybe they do edit out the constructive criticism that they're giving these girls. But my problem then is that's bad editing.
Right.
Because people will stay in the exciting moments with a reality show always are going to be the drama.
Uh-huh.
And we talked about that earlier when the girls started fighting on this episode, and it was fun and it was funny and we had a good time with it.
Or even with Angina revealing her HIV status,
Yeah, but I think that speaks into what keeps people involved in a reality show. So the drama's going to get you you're gonna buy in on the drama.
Mm-hmm.
So you hear the drama and you're like, oh, this will be a good show, let me watch it.
Yeah.
But the human moments of Angina revealing that she's been living with HIV, the moments of
are what gonna keep you.
What?
It's what's gonna keep you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and the moments of watching these people that you've been watching for weeks grow and build and become better at their craft, whatever it is, is what keeps you. When I watch MasterChef, which is to me one of the best cooking competition shows. You watch these people that you see from the beginning evolve based on the criticism that the judges are giving. And the judges are giving them criticism that once in a while, it's not always the best, but most of the time they're saying, hey, look, this is what you did wrong. Do you know what you could have done to fix it? Or here's what you could have done to fix it. Here's what you should have done. But they aren't saying that on this show.
Yeah.
And if they are saying it and that's being edited out, that's bad editing. And whoever's editing the show should be fired.
I don't disagree with you on all that. Again, I'm wondering it's because it's just getting edited out. But we are going to see later in the future
better judges.
Not better judges, but we're going to see that. I'm just gonna tell you now, Frankie. You are not going to like some of the judging in the future, and you're definitely going to see that Chanel is going to have a problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Am I going to also have a problem with it?
Uh, yes, yes,
Okay.
but also my other thing is I'm wondering if it's just Santino.
It might be. But I feel like earlier in the episode, you can't find what you said.
Right.
But like Rue said something that also was very vague, or not vague, but like was criticism without being constructive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I forget what Rue said. In all honesty.
So do I. I don't remember what it is. That's why we can't really.
And unfortunately, I do not have it in my notes. But
let's get back to the end of the show because we are running.
We are
running along this episode.
So, well, because we had a lot to talk about, and it's just gonna happen. You know, there's a lot. So we have our bottom two, and it is Rebecca versus Jade. Jade is not evolving. Rebecca has potential, but is not using her full potential. And the two battle it out to Would I Lie to You by the Eurythmics.
I didn't know the song either.
It's a pretty good song. I didn't know it was by the Eurythmics until recently. Do you know who the Eurythmics are?
Nope.
They sang "Sweet Dreams Are Made of This." Who
no,
am
that's I know that song.
Yeah. It's the same artist.
Okay.
I think they both did pretty good in this lip sync.
I think one of them clearly did better.
I agree, but
but they got eliminated.
Yeah. Well, just a few little things. This has the first split in Drag Race history, thanks to Jade. Jade is the first person to split on the main stage. And she will not be the last. In fact, it will become a very common tool in the lip sync for your life.
Boo.
So, the lip sync ends, and Rebecca is safe.
Absolutely disgusting.
Now, here's the other part where I thought Rebecca is definitely faking it. Her little thank you after she is safe.
Mm-hmm.
Her inflection in her voice made me think, oh, you little bitch, you're faking this. Go, like, listen to it back at another time. It is so telling. It is so fucking telling. This lip sync is very controversial in the Drag Race fandom.
Yeah, because someone went home and they shouldn't have?
Yeah, because if you look at the lip sync, they get physical with each other a little bit. Jade does touch her first, but Rebecca appears to choke Jade.
Yeah, she did. She choked Jade.
Which, you know, I think should send somebody home.
Yeah, I think attempted murder.
But that's not what happens, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately.
Rebecca is told to Shantae, and Jade, unfortunately, has to sashay away. And Jade is pissed.
She should be, and she calls
I have the quote right here.
Calls Rebecca the fakest bitch she ever met
in her life. Rebecca lacks talent and professionalism, and is the fakest bitch she has ever met in her life. Oof. Big oof.
And I can't say she's wrong.
Yeah, Rebecca should have gone home this episode for sure. Yeah, like
Rebecca should have gone home. Rebecca should have been eliminated. Rebecca did the worst in the lip sync. It's very clear that she did the worst in the lip sync.
Yeah.
But she didn't. So what
Right.
are you gonna do?
Yeah. Do you think they're keeping her because the girls don't like her and she's causing drama?
Maybe. That's how reality shows work.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Well, we should give our MVP awards.
Yes.
So my MVP is BB.
Okay.
I think BB should have won,
Okay.
to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Ian?
My MVP is Angina.
All right, I figured.
Although Chanel was a very close second because of that juggling.
Oh, that juggling was good.
Oh, Chanel's a treasure and I love her. But Angina is my MVP.
We love juggling.
Angina is my MVP. She did so well in this challenge. And if anybody who thinks of season 1 thinks of this episode and this moment because of Angina. Like this Angina's moment is really what sealed the deal for Drag Race and really pushed it forward.
That's fair.
And I think that without this, Drag Race probably wouldn't be where it's at today.
Probably.
You know? So next week, our next episode is called Drag School of Charm. And I'm going to spoil it. It's our very first makeover episode.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be the first of many, many makeover episodes. I'm not looking forward to this one.
Well then, let's get ready for it.
I don't wanna.
Well, I will say we should say goodbye then, Ian. So
Okay.
you can prepare yourself.
I don't think I'm emotionally prepared for this, but
So
my dear friends, Frankie, take it away.
first of all, we'd like to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe to YouTube. Like, comment this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes, please.
Next, we would like you to follow us on Twitch and Instagram.
Yee.
And finally, please send us an email with a question. Any kind of question.
Also, I'm gonna add an additional thing.
Oh?
Yeah. For these RuPaul Drag Race episodes, we're down to our top 5 now. So I just want to hear, who do y'all think should win? Who do you think? Out of the 5 girls. That's all.
All right. Well then. Goodbye, everybody. It's Frankie.
And it's Ian.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.